Engineers at Shanghai Aishengna booted up a complex semiconductor machine in late July 2026. You are looking at an immersion deep ultraviolet lithography scanner built on Chinese soil. Dutch monopoly holder ASML watched its stock price tumble across European trading floors. Wall Street investors suddenly realized the monopoly was over. Aishengna absorbed development teams from startups like Shanghai Yuliangsheng to build this monster. Massive silicon foundries like SMIC, Huahong, and CXMT now await these initial domestic delivery trucks. Lasers flash through ultra-pure water lenses to carve microscopic circuits into delicate silicon wafers. From Veldhoven to Shanghai, the balance of high-tech manufacturing power shifted overnight. While Western executives calculated multi-billion-dollar losses, Chinese technicians calibrated precision optics inside spotless white cleanrooms. These massive metal cabinets shoot light pulses thinner than a strand of human hair. Factory workers in blue suits wheel the giant machines directly onto pristine fabrication floors. Sanctions were designed to freeze China's tech industry in the dark ages. Instead, glowing screens in Shanghai now display the birth of a sovereign chip supply chain. Financial analysts watched red ticker numbers cascade across exchange screens in late July 2026. Leaked industry documents revealed new immersion, deep ultraviolet lithography tools entering commercial production. Technicians inside dust-free clean rooms aligned mirrors to sculpt microscopic circuitry on silicon. These precision systems etch channels thousands of times thinner than a human hair. The breakthrough sent shockwaves from Tokyo to Amsterdam. Monopolies crumble quickly when blueprints leak into real hardware. Legacy tech titans relied on foreign supply chains in contrast to these self-contained domestic manufacturing hubs. From 1990s research labs to 2010s prototype bays to 2026 production lines, high-tech autonomy evolved across decades. Trucks now transport the first finished lithography cabinets directly to advanced semiconductor fabrication facilities. Inside those gleaming bays, automated robot arms lift 12-inch silicon wafers every 4 seconds. Traders sold off billions in tech stocks within hours of the announcement. You are witnessing a total reshuffling of global microchip dominance. The world's most intricate machine is no longer a monopoly. Investors sold shares on stock exchanges in July 2026 as news of fresh competition spread. Internal documents confirmed that local foundries consolidated their scattered technical teams into a single industrial powerhouse. You can now see clean rooms operating around the clock within newly constructed silicon fabrication plants. 3 major chip makers prepared their assembly lines to receive these domestic immersion lithography machines. Robotic arms install mirror optics within pressurized chambers sealed against dust particles. From 1990s university laboratories to 2010 state incubators to 2026 commercial production lines, the nation built an independent supply chain. In contrast to established foreign market leaders, these new domestic tools cost far less to operate. Conveyor belts carry silicon wafers from Beijing to Shenzhen to feed expanding consumer tech markets. Each machine weighs 180 tons, heavy enough to sink a concrete foundation without steel-reinforced pillars. Foreign boardrooms watch ticker symbols tumble. Technological independence changed from a political promise into functioning hardware sitting on production floors. As cargo vans pull out of loading docks, the global balance of silicon power shifts permanently. Inspectors opened clean room doors to examine pristine immersion lithography systems in late July 2026. New reports revealed domestic assembly lines had begun churning out advanced chip-making machinery. A consolidated industrial group led this manufacturing effort after absorbing specialized design teams. You can watch worker hands calibrate optical lenses under bright yellow cleanroom lights. This unified team integrated top specialists from earlier startup ventures. From California to Germany, industry analysts watched red stock tickers flicker across trading floors. Unlike traditional stepper tools, these water-immersed scanner systems carve microscopic circuits with supreme precision. Major domestic silicon foundries now sit at the top of the delivery schedule. Heavy metal crates containing the first scanner units travel down secure highways toward fabrication plants. Market ticker screens flashed red as share values of incumbent equipment makers suddenly plummeted. Boardrooms across overseas markets felt the sudden tremor of fresh competition. From 2018 research papers to 2022 prototypes to 2026 production lines, high-tech manufacturing redefined global supply chains. You witness an industrial superpower breaking historic supply bottlenecks to build its own hardware future. Auditors logged production serial numbers on fresh silicon wafers in July 2026. New reports revealed domestic assembly lines crafting high-end immersion lithography tools. A single lead manufacturing consortium gathered regional engineering teams into one unified facility. Startup groups merged their blueprints into this central production hub. 3 primary domestic chip makers stood ready to receive these initial units. These precision machines project circuit patterns using water layers, crafting microscopic transistors on polished disks. These new scanner systems consume less power compared to older equipment running in cleanroom halls. News of the deployment spread fast from Taipei to Seoul. Shareholders sold off equity, causing an immediate dip in the dominant supplier's share price. From 1980's quartz optics to 2000's mirror arrays to 2020's scanner tools, precision hardware reshaped chip fabrication across decades. Analysts watch computer screens tick down as trading volumes surged. The target output covers millions of microchips, each smaller than a single grain of rice. Crates of optics and steel frames now sit on loading docks, ready for delivery. A lone executive unsealed confidential documents in July 2026 to reveal a completed machine. These blueprints detailed the domestic production of immersion printing rigs. A single corporation had quietly absorbed smaller research teams across the nation. Now finished lithography tools sit ready for immediate deployment. The country's top silicon foundries stand ready to receive these premier units. From 1990's mirror design to 2010's immersion research to 2026 line assembly, progress accelerated rapidly compared to previous global timelines. Shockwaves spread from Singapore to Dresden as share values dropped 8%, losing capital equal to 50 cargo ships. You can see portfolio managers staring at red screens across glowing trading rooms. Clean rooms hum as workers unpack optics assemblies weighing 5 tons, equal to an adult elephant. The exclusive grip has finally shattered. Precision lenses slide along steel tracks under polished yellow cleanroom lamps. A new era of chip-making hardware begins right before your eyes. Corporate spotters recorded brand new silicon lithography tools rolling into clean rooms in late July 2026. These giant machines project focused light onto raw silicon wafers. A single consolidated equipment consortium built the entire hardware unit. Consolidated research teams merged into one powerhouse to complete the build. Initial shipments left staging docks bound for premier domestic chip fabrication plants. From 1980 mirror optics to 2000 immersion systems to 2026 silicon tools, hardware evolved rapidly. You can trace the supply chain expansion across continents, stretching from Rotterdam to Hsinchu. The new hardware produces immersion light patterns with lower operating friction compared to previous generations. Share values dropped by 5%, wiping out billions in equity faster than a cup of coffee cools. Computer screens across broker desks glowed red as sell orders flooded digital exchange floors. Cleanroom workers in yellow hazmat suits unbolted protective shipping frames beneath glowing optical light. Monitors within control centers beamed real-time alignment metrics directly to waiting field operators. Mechanical arms positioned polished mirrors into stainless steel chambers with sub-nanometer precision. This single breakthrough rewrites the global balance of silicon power right now. Workers rolled polished mirror housings across pristine cleanroom floors in July 2026. New intelligence reports exposed the domestic production of advanced immersion lithography tools. One primary industrial group quietly absorbed specialized design teams into its ranks. Giant silicon foundries now wait to receive these initial domestic hardware units. Ticker screens flashed red as trading floor prices plummeted overnight. From 1990 lens grinding to 2010 immersion optics to 2026 system assembly, these new machines produced more than double the light focus of previous prototypes. Silicon wafers traveled directly from Nanjing to Wuhan in sealed steel containers. Do these domestic tools threaten the world's most profitable chip equipment vendors? You watch operators lowering multi-ton quartz glass elements onto alignment tables with millimeter precision. Each machine costs $100 million, equal to the price of 2 commercial passenger jets. Executive suites across global tech hubs panicked over the sudden collapse of commercial dominance. Supply chains shifted forever as local fabrication plants fired up their new immersion lithography systems. Custom lenses now align nanometer beams to print microchips without relying on offshore suppliers. Optics specialist Chen Wei calibrated a domestic immersion printer in July 2026. Steel shipping containers packed with mirror assemblies rolled toward domestic chip fabrication plants. Designers packed up drafting desks and joined unified assembly halls. Smaller research groups surrendered their patents to feed one giant assembly line. Domestic microchip fabs placed orders for initial lithography units. When news of production spread across oceans, stock tickers plunged on exchange floors. Equipment giants lost billions in paper value overnight. These domestic systems print silicon wafers with more precision than older imports. Orders shifted rapidly from Asia to North America as global buyers evaluated the shift. From 2018 prototype sketches to 2022 silicon trials to 2026 full-scale fabrication, domestic hardware redrew global supply lines. You can see polished mirrors reflecting green alignment beams within quiet clean rooms. Monolithic lens systems focus light onto 10-nanometer silicon targets. Autonomous carts transport gold-plated components through glowing cleanroom chambers. Cleanroom staff inspect every polished quartz glass block under violet floodlights. Global dominance in chip-making machinery shifted in a single summer. Executives stared at plunging red tickers in late July 2026. A secret domestic assembly line rolled out its first immersion optics machine. Consolidated development teams merged behind closed cleanroom doors. They absorbed smaller specialized laboratories to build the advanced unit. The giant machine shoots precision light through purified water droplets. From 2019 to 2022 to 2026, domestic foundries evolved from crude prototypes to world-class precision. 3 giant chip foundries now prepare cleanroom bays to install these initial domestic units. In contrast to previous years, local fabricators now print microscopic circuits without imported hardware. News of the breakthrough sent shockwaves through stock exchanges from London to Singapore. Shares of the overseas dominant firm dropped sharply on digital screens as global funds sold off stock. Automated steel arms swap silicon discs every few seconds under yellow safe lights. Polished mirrors align microscopic light beams through water layers onto light-sensitive resin, stamping billions of transistors across circular wafers, more pattern density than grains of sand on a beach. Steel containers containing completed components arrive at the cleanroom dock. The sealed door swings open. Assembly workers lowered a polished glass prism onto a steel chassis in late July 2026. You step past stainless steel walls into an immaculate, gleaming cleanroom. This new immersion lithography machine fires light through purified water droplets. One consolidated domestic producer now builds these optical behemoths under one roof. Smaller research teams merge their optics patents into this single manufacturing powerhouse. Flatbed trailers move the finished tools from Wuhan to Nanjing to equip domestic semiconductor foundries. From 1980s contact printers to 2000s dry scanners to 2020s immersion systems, optics reshaped global microchip fabrication. The machine aligns circuit patterns within 2 nanometers, a distance smaller than a single strand of human DNA. These local tools provide steady mirror calibration in contrast to overseas competitors. Initial shipments now arrive at megafabs producing memory chips and silicon logic wafers. Across international exchanges, ticker symbols flickered red as stock valuations dropped 6% in hours. Red numbers flashed on computer screens across globe-spanning trading floors. You are watching a global choke point shatter before your eyes. Intelligence monitors intercepted news of domestic immersion scanner production in late July 2026. The newly consolidated industrial conglomerate absorbed elite design teams from specialized local ventures. These advanced tools rolled off assembly bays. Top domestic silicon fabricators prepared climate-controlled clean rooms to install the initial scanner units. Valuation models broke instantly. Fund managers frantically dumped shares of the incumbent lithography titan during morning trading as stock prices crashed. From Singapore to London, global trading floors panicked over the sudden shift in hardware supremacy. Under yellow-lit cleanroom ceilings, automated overhead cranes lowered 50-ton steel frames onto vibration-damped concrete floors with millimeter precision. Wafers glided smoothly. Ultra-pure silicon discs thinner than human hair passed into optical alignment chambers beneath complex precision lenses. These domestic units delivered remarkably high output and operated at lower costs than old imported models. From 2019 export limits to 2022 supply bans to 2026 native production, momentum shifted permanently. You're watching a new titan take control. A lone executive scanned glowing trading screens as stock tickers suddenly plummeted in late July 2026. Secret reports confirmed domestic assembly of immersion lithography tools. Silicon foundries received newly built scanner units. Absorbed research teams consolidated under one lead electronic technology conglomerate. Monolithic steel chambers glowed under amber cleanroom lights. From 1990s silicon wafers to 2010s lithography optics, to late July 2026, precision machinery dictated international power. The new machines operate with high precision compared to older generations of chip-making equipment. Data cables transmitted blueprint updates from Silicon Valley to Taiwan. Each scanner weighs over 100 metric tons, heavier than 15 adult elephants stacked together. Silently, workers hauled polished mirror optics across dust-free laboratory floors. Corporate executives watched billions in equity value vanish overnight. You can see mechanical arms positioning quartz glass lenses within sub-nanometer tolerances. Panicked brokers shouted into telephone headsets as sell orders flooded trading desks. A single machine holds over 100,000 individual parts within its pressurized cabinet. Physicists bolted a giant quartz lens onto a cleanroom assembly in late July 2026. Industry reports confirmed the immediate arrival of domestic immersion lithography units. A consolidated manufacturing conglomerate absorbed research divisions from smaller ventures. You can watch these multi-ton platforms roll onto reinforced concrete foundry floors. Silicon fabrication plants across 3 provinces stand ready for initial delivery. Economic shockwaves spread from Rotterdam to Hsinchu as breaking headlines flashed across glass screens. These new domestic machines operate with optical mirrors more than twice as precise as older scanner designs. Over 400 specialized suppliers crafted the light components, each polished smooth to a single nanometer, thinner than a strand of human DNA. Overseas stock valuations dropped 6% in a single afternoon of panic selling. Computer monitors flicker red across international exchange floors. The long-standing monopoly held total dominion over high-end chip-making tools for decades. Now, domestic foundries prepare to print silicon microchips using exclusively homegrown hardware. Gigantic steel cranes lift the pressurized cabinets onto air-cushioned transport pallets tonight. Logistics crews secure pressurized steel containers onto specialized air ride trailers in late July 2026. These specialized trailers carry high-precision immersion lithography tools designed for advanced chip production. Red warning lights flash across cleanroom docks as transport vehicles exit the facility gates. Corporate documents indicate that merged local R&D divisions built these new domestic units. 3 domestic semiconductor foundries now wait for the delivery of these first production systems. Security escorts lead the dark convoys across thousands of miles from Asia to Europe in global trade reach. Overseas exchange screens flashed red during morning trading sessions as equity prices dipped sharply. Global brokerages recorded valuation drops compared to previous quarterly records as trading volumes spiked. You can see ticker displays dropping 5% within minutes on floor monitors across world banking capitals. From 2020 chip shortages to 2022 equipment bans to 2026 domestic rollouts, supply chains transformed rapidly. Panic spread across global markets instantly. Cleanroom operators in pristine white suits unseal the protective vacuum foil on arriving shipping pallets. The global balance of semiconductor power shifts silently beneath polished silicon wafers tonight. Industrial leaders assembled advanced immersion lithography systems in late July 2026. Consolidated engineering groups merged teams to build these microchip printing tools. Now, polished silicon wafers move across glowing cleanroom tables toward domestic fabrication plants. You can see specialized optics shaping light beams within vacuum-sealed chambers. Initial production shipments are currently headlining delivery schedules for premier local fabricators. From 2019 trade hurdles to 2022 research mergers to 2026 commercial output, national microchip self-reliance transformed rapidly. Local foundries expect these tools to print microchips with more than double the precision of previous generations. News of the domestic machine deployment spread panic from Asia to Europe. Ticker screens recorded sharp sell-offs, erasing $9 billion of corporate valuation in 24 hours. The single supplier stronghold broke overnight. You watch mechanical arms position mirror arrays under intense violet rays. Can established global giants reclaim control before local fabricators scale complete independence? Cleanroom doors lock shut across high-tech hubs as fresh silicon production begins immediately. Operators flipped high-voltage switches across pristine silicon cleanrooms in late July 2026. Immersion lithography tools spun fresh silicon wafers under intense focused light beams. Confidential dispatch logs revealed immediate deliveries to leading domestic chip makers. Foundry workers secured towering metal cabinets onto padded air suspension flatbeds. Red numbers flashed across trading terminal monitors in overseas exchange halls. From 2018 prototype blueprints to 2022 optics trials and 2026 commercial deployments, precision machinery reshaped global trade. Custom transport vehicles hauled glass components from Wuhan to Guangzhou, in contrast to old maritime supply lines. The new immersion tool weighs 80 tons, heavier than 18 adult elephants. Optics assemblies split mirror arrays into sub-nanometer wavelengths. Executive screens glowed dark red as automated order books cleared out. Computer displays flashed steep downward lines, erasing valuation figures equal to 40 aircraft carriers. Technologists dressed in white bunny suits carefully aligned polished quartz lenses within pressurized chambers. Fresh silicon discs rolled out of automated assembly bays, ready for immediate installation. A tired floor broker watched ticker screens flash bright crimson in late July 2026. Secret press releases confirmed the arrival of domestic immersion lithography machines. Absorbed research teams quietly consolidated under one unified manufacturing kind group. These state-backed tools now head directly to regional silicon fabrication plants. Fund managers dumped equipment shares across trading desks in London and Singapore. From 1980 lithography labs to 2005 optic foundries to July 2026 assembly bays, high-tech manufacturing reshaped global commerce. Domestic silicon foundries expect these tools to print patterns faster compared to older imported units. You can trace the ripple effects moving from London to Singapore as equity portfolios recalibrate. The global tech index shed $40 billion in valuation, enough cash to buy 80 aircraft carriers outright. Custom optical lenses aligned within clean rooms. Can overseas equipment pioneers regain control of the supply chain? Automated crane claws lift metal shipping boxes onto departing flatbed trailers. Bright diagnostic checkmarks glow across rows of stainless steel control cabinets. Executives flipped red switches on a sleek assembly floor in late July 2026. Cleanroom operators secure silicon wafers onto polished titanium stages. These machines print circuits smaller than a single strand of human DNA. Supply chains shifted overnight, sending stock prices tumbling across overseas trading floors. Brokerages issued emergency alerts as shares sank 6% within 2 trading hours. From 2018 trade halts to 2020 blueprints, to 2024 trials, to 2026 mass production, output grew more than 300%. Ticker tapes spun out red numbers from London to Texas as panic spread. Consolidated research teams merged advanced optic patents into a unified manufacturing pipeline. Custom mirror arrays aligned to nanometer precision beneath sealed vacuum chambers. Delivery flatbeds carry shrouded 10-ton scanner cabinets under police escorts at dawn. You watch green indicator screens flip from yellow warning banners to complete system readiness. The global supremacy over cutting-edge scanner optics evaporated in a single summer month. Reporters published secret industrial blueprints across global network feeds in late July 2026. The published documents revealed the immediate mass assembly of advanced immersion lithography tools. One parent enterprise quietly absorbed smaller optics design groups to build these units. 3 giant silicon fabrication foundries stand ready to take delivery of the scanners. Red economic screens flashed red as trading desk brokers panicked over shifting dominance. From 2018 blueprint drawings to 2022 optics testing to 2026 cleanroom assembly, local manufacturing shattered global barriers. Each lithography scanner contains 100,000 glass mirrors, weighing more than 10 adult elephants. Alarmed fund managers dialed executive phones from London to Singapore during the morning bell. The domestic machines print circuits at 6 nanometers, performing with lower operational cost compared to older overseas equipment. You can see polished silicon wafers gleaming beneath orange sodium lamps across the facility cleanroom floor. Stock prices of former industry giants tumbled in a single afternoon trading window. A new era of semiconductor manufacturing has officially begun.